Alright, so from one project to the next, have a '09 Cadillac CTS, actually CTS-V, all-wheel drive, 6.2. Low oil pressure when it's cold, and that's what used to be a very common thing on these Chevy pickups, the oil pickup tube. As you can see, it's Cadillac, nice and flashy, right? So I get the diff out on the floor, got all opened up, cleaned off. Good thing I'm gonna reseal it because it's a fucking mess under here. But long story short, with these Cadillacs, and if you have that assumption that it is that pickup O-ring, what you do is you fill the engine 2 quarts over, and that'll actually submerge that O-ring, and you see if your problem goes away. If it does, then you know what it is. If not, then you have another oil pressure issue. And as everybody could see, the oil pressure gauge. So I tested it at the oil filter housing, and I got 45 psi, no problems at all. So I'll show everybody what it looks like once I get the pan off. All right, so pan's off. Apparently I get grease all over my face, right? And here we have the wonderful O-ring on the pickup tube, as everybody can see. She is brittle as can be. Nothing left to her. And the pan off. This is where that O-ring sits. It's right here. Alright, and here's she looks like with the pan off. It's not terrible. Right? You yank the diff, take the bolts out of the rack, drop the rack down, and then you just start taking 10s out of a pan. You know, it's not a terrible to do. But yes, so that is a common failure on these. And then you can see, like this, it had some oil leaks, obviously, like we saw before. But this oil pan gasket is just shredded, dry, flaking. Hear it? Just cracking to pieces on me. Right, all the way around. So we're having a lot of leak coming over here by the cooler lines, and they said, you know, they replaced the cooler line gasket, all that stuff, but this is just falling apart. So, and these are riveted in. So you just gotta drill the rivets out, put your new gasket in. Comes with pegs in it, and call it a day. Clean everything off real well. A little itty bitty bit of RTV on the corners, and call it a day. Happy Tuesday.